Over 60 characteristics of autism that you were unaware of. To what extent do you relate to them? Hello everyone, this is Jag. Every week, I create videos that highlight the human side of autism, plus a bonus video about neurodivergent advocacy and awareness, so make sure you hit subscribe to get the latest content. Even though the precise definition of autism is difficult to define, certain patterns tend to show up when a group of autistic persons are in the same room. You post a harmless question to the group, such as, "Who likes socks?" and all of a sudden, you'll receive a ton of quite enthusiastic responses to ordinarily fairly simple responses, either in the positive or the negative. I've put together a list of over 60 characteristics that may be excessive for someone with autism. Let's dive right in and see how many of them relate to you. Over 60 typical characteristics of autism in no particular order. Always wearing bright colors. Phone calls. Don't even get me started. Not always recognizing your thirst or hunger. Ignoring a text message but deliberating over it for a week before concluding that it's probably too late to respond nonetheless. Hating seams in clothes in general or wearing socks in particular. Possessing an unusual sense of humor. Speaking the truth when it's probably not appropriate to do so. Feeling disconnected from the other members of your group. Possessing a fascination or dislike with popular culture. Over organizing everything. Lacking a strong gender identity, constantly feeling exhausted for no apparent reason. Dislike being instructed on what to do. Before you started school, did you teach yourself to read? Finding comfort in habit and repetition. Trouble in crowds. Recognizing individuals for who they are, disregarding expectations, socioeconomic class, and other such factors. Having extremely sharp hearing. Possessing a high pain tolerance. Overexpressing regret and believing that you are to blame for everything. Disregarding the opinions of others. Being exceptionally skilled in an utterly pointless activity. Constantly using blank sarcasm. To prevent misunderstandings, prefer face-to-face contact. Unable to locate an acceptable way to interrupt in the group discussion. Continuous anxiety in the background. Being too sympathetic. Having a stronger bond with animals than with people. Avoiding experimenting. Consuming the same meal each day for a period of time. Finding amusement in improper things. Dislikes being touched. A propensity to focus on details. Detesting fluorescent lights. Constantly curious as to why. Taking pleasure in repetition. Taking pleasure in repetition. Taking pleasure in repetition. I have a bad sense of humor. Did I mention that? Yes. All right. Imagining. Displaying a flat effect, sometimes referred to as a resting bitch face. Pacing up and down rather than being motionless. Enjoying mimicking others. Bringing a cherished item with you wherever you go. Becoming agitated and disturbing others. Replaying social conversations in your mind after they have already occurred. Recognizing patterns in things. Possessing a bad recall for certain things and an extremely good memory for others. Favoring nonverbal communication methods. You might detest brushing your teeth. Speaking in a monotone. Yeah, that's me. Having trouble recognizing your feelings since they seem to be mixed up in one big mess. Taking on too many things at once and being overwhelmed. Repeatedly viewing the same film or television show. Feeling uncomfortable in social situations. I enjoy thinking creatively. Possessing original thoughts that nobody else seems to be able to comprehend. Having trouble interpreting complex social circumstances. Preferring written communication since it allows you to spend endless hours refining and expressing your ideas in an effort to prevent misunderstandings. 2-speed output. Either extremely quick, extremely effective, or not at all. Dividing up your life's experiences into several categories. Being at ease in solitude. Having contentment with minimal material comforts. Always complete what you begin, even when it's probably best to stop. Either planning talks ahead of time or devoting hours to considering possible responses after the fact. Lastly, as someone who is often asked, how could someone so smart be so stupid? Ouch. Anyway, you get the concept. But I could go on. Any one of these characteristics would not be all that unusual in the general population when considered separately, but when combined, a particular charm quality comes to light. And spending time with groups of people who have autism is the only way to truly see it. Are you the quite opposite of the autistic typical autistic traits I listed? You might have discovered that you were the complete different of several of the traits I listed, which, in and of itself, is another characteristic of autism, as we frequently exhibit either too much or not not enough in any certain area. For instance, children who are silent by the time they enter school may have autism. On the other hand, speaking in complete sentences when 2 years old is indicative of autism. Atypical development is anything that deviates from the norm. In any case, after reading this list, if you're thinking, oh, maybe this might be me, maybe I'm autistic myself, and you'd like to learn more about that, I suggest watching the specific videos I made like RSD and aphantasia for more in-depth knowledge. That's about it. I may stop there. Please share your thoughts on this video and the characteristics that you recognize the most. Again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never